Right, we should be live now. Good evening, everybody. It is 7:30. We are live on the Modeller's Mess, and we are live on YouTube as well. It is the 26th of June, and the sun is shining, and the weather is fine. And we don't have any dancing girls with us, unfortunately, but we do have Steph and Gary, which is enough.
For her, that's enough for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had someone in the chat as well, Nick Lindsay. Says he was going to pop in, but he's working, unfortunately. He's been hard at work at a crime scene, poor guy. So he will be probably coming along Sunday, I hope.
Cool.
Be great. And Robert Thompson's just popped up as well. Says evening troops. I think didn't you say you were going to be helping with Yorkshire veterans? Did I see something like that on today? You going to help with the airbrushing or something? Anyway, been busy today, so I've been snatching at bits and pieces. Julian's in as well. He says evening troops.
Yep, evening Julian.
Julian. So yeah, Julian, we're just talking about you, weren't we? Just before the show.
Yeah, his ears must have been burning.
He must have been, yeah. Yeah. All bad. Don't worry. All of it's bad. Right, so we start with Steph. What are you up to there, Steph?
I've just had to put more glue down on the top there. So I can't do anything with that. I've got bits and pieces drying, so I'm just marking up all my hole punches.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little circle punch set.
Yeah.
So what I can do is, if I want to make a circle any size from 0.65 all the way through to 10 mil,
right,
then I've got an idea in mind with a bit of flat wood, probably marine ply,
yeah,
and a bit of perspex over the top.
Oh,
and drill holes through them both.
Right.
I've got all the size drills, so I just drill holes, and then I can just take a punch, and then plop, and it pushes out a 1 mil circle, or a 0.95, or different size circles. So I thought I might as well get some admin done.
Yeah. Oh, I did wonder what that was.
Wait for that lot to dry.
All the fun jobs you got to do.
Yep.
Make it easier in the long run, won't it?
Yeah. Means I won't have to go, oh my God, what size is this one?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're nice and organized to see.
Makes a change.
Yeah. You gotta have an organized space, I think, to a point. Especially when you got lots of tools and lots of bits and pieces, and
especially when you've got lots of little pots like those. So
yeah,
right on them what they are. So I don't decide to put my decal solvent in my paints, which would be really silly.
It would be.
So I've got all of those labelled up as well.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, that decal solvent video is good.
Thank you. And really, it works an absolute treat.
Yeah, it was quite exciting, wasn't it?
It was. It's one of those things you find and you go, oh my God, this actually works. What's going on here, like?
Yeah. That's great.
Thank you very much, Lee.
It's great stuff. You can send a few pennies, save a few pennies here and there. It'd be good.
Oh, yes. The more pennies you can save,
the more pennies you can spend.
The more money you can spend on models and things you really need.
Yeah. Julian says, "Do tell." So yeah, we were just talking about your session up in Belfast. There, that was all. I'm talking about Colin and your session, Julian. Mark Bridge says, "Evening, chappies." Who's that? Who's Mark Bridge?
Don't know, some bloke. He just can't get the colour right on a tornado. It's awful.
Yeah, did you see his final pictures?
Yes, he did the reveal last night on the show.
Oh, great, good. Yeah, you put the final pictures up on the mess.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. I think the color is just fine.
Colour's all right.
Just fine. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's bang on, but I wouldn't say it was wrong either.
No,
you can tell what it is. So
yeah, we've got a guy who comes on the modelers, the budget modeler.
Yeah.
And he's an ex painter and doper.
Ooh.
So he used to do all the painting and spraying of aircraft and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's kindly had a chat with us and he's explained that the jets used to go out the pink that I've got. So they will go out that colour. And because of where they've gone to and the angle of the dangle of the sun, it loses some of its pink tint.
Pink tint?
Yeah, and it loses it quite quickly.
Oh.
He said around the edges it seems to keep it, but in the middle of the panels, it loses it, which is quite a help. So I'm going to be doing.
So the colour you've got is correct, but it needs weathering down or lightning.
Yeah, the pink is the right pink.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just need weathering down.
I wonder if you had a look at some photographs of aircraft that had literally just started, just been painted at the beginning of the mission or something,
Yeah.
Early in the conflict. What colour were they?
Yeah, I don't think they've got very many of them when they came out of Saints. But I will.
That'd be interesting.
It would be.
Oh, Robert says, sorry, Matt, the kids heard my name on the radio and started screaming, so I didn't hear a word of what you said. Ooh, I could have said 1,000 things.
Who was that?
Robert Thompson.
All right.
No, all I said, Robert, was that on Facebook today, I think, didn't I see that you were willing to help out with the veterans, Yorkshire veterans airbrushing? Or was I wrong? I saw a lot of things today, so I don't know if I saw that or I just made that up. That's what it was. Thomas Charles says, hello. God, what language is that then?
Hello, fruitcakes.
Probably, yes.
Choosing different languages.
Yeah. Manui, Afifa, Fuala. Yeah, but it doesn't seem right, does it? I mean, how many? Maybe Fuala is fruit. So, yeah. Manwui? We'll have to Google Translate that, aren't we? Someone Google Translate that. Oh, Julian says, Steph, is that organised? You organised, Steph?
Makes a change for me, to be honest with you. But if I do it now, it just means I don't have to look at these and go, okay, what size is that?
Well, you say that, but I think you actually are quite organised.
Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't seen. Okay, you guys only get to see my desk. You haven't seen the rest of the shed.
Well, yeah, exactly. So your desk's organised, which is what you need,
But I'm a bit like Thomas. I'm what they call a piler. I work in piles, so I'll have a pile of stuff, and I know exactly what's in there and what I've got to do.
Yeah.
And you get people who are who do lists.
Right. Yeah.
And people who have certain sections for certain things. Different people do it different ways.
Yep. So you are organised, just a different.
Me doing it this way would completely frustrate somebody else.
Yeah. Because
it's not how they do it.
But when I mean organizes, means you get stuff done when you're going to say you're going to get it done. That's what I kind of mean.
That's only because I say it on here.
It's not.
When I say it on, I'm terrible. When I say it on here, I then know, other people know I've got to do it, so I've got to do it.
Got to do it now. Yeah.
But if it's something that I've said to myself, I need to get that done, then I'll procrastinate about it.
Well, I think you're organised, so there we go.
Thank you very much, man.
Julian says he can't wait to get back to the sessions. Yes, I agree. Colin's going to do a recce of the location.
Cool.
See if they're up and about and if they're restarting or what they're doing and what their plans are. I spoke to him this afternoon.
I've heard back from Tesco's as well, Malcolm.
You're back from Tesco's? Say again?
No, I've heard back from Tesco's.
Oh, go on then. What did they?
About the community rooms. They are looking within the next couple of weeks.
Oh, great. Okay.
That they'll be reopening again. So hopefully.
All right. Yep. We'll see.
We can get back up and running.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's absolutely no rush.
No.
If you feel comfortable to do it, then do it. If your beneficiaries are shielding or whatever, then obviously they're going to be shielding.
Yeah.
But yeah, take it nice and slow. But that's good. That is good news. Oh, Thomas says it's Samoan. Oh, there you go.
What was the language you put up this afternoon, Thomas? Because I know it's somewhere. It's an Asian language. It's out in the Far East. I think it was something like Taiwanese or Vietnamese. It was that really nice, fluid, rounded one.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, not Korean.
No, it wasn't Korean. No, it
square,
wasn't symbolized like Korean or.
Was it joined up?
Yes, it was.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It looked like our alphabet, but it wasn't, obviously.
Yeah. No, this is English. This one. Georgian.
Was that Georgian? Was it that you? Okay. Ooh. I would never have put that down as Georgian.
Right. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. We got Gary here as well. Sorry, Gary.
It's only Gary. Don't worry about it.
I was getting all engrossed in my phone card here, chatting to Steph, and then I forgot you even a person on this planet. I do apologise. Gary, what are you up to?
I'm still working on my second pinky.
Yeah. Yep.
I've got a right bit of it done. Just working on the jimpy here at the moment, and put the steering wheel in, make a couple of more cam nuts, and that should be it nearly done by Sunday.
Brilliant. So you'll have the Hobby Boss one start on Sunday morning.
Yeah, should have it to start on Sunday morning.
That'd be good. So yeah, that's a nice little segue for reminding people that at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning, we'll be doing a live show for a couple of hours just before James Skiffins' show. So if you fancy it, set your alarm. See you at 9 a.m. on the Modeller's Mess. And I'll try and stay awake for long enough. Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be fine. I don't know if I'll be able to carry on doing that when this model show season gets back up and running, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, so Sunday morning, right here.
Cool.
Yep. that's Gary's. What did you call that weapon there? What did you give it a name?
It's a Jimpa, general purpose machine gun.
Right, gotcha.
GPM.
A very heavy piece of kit.
Julian says, "Where's Gary at?" There you go. I'll let you answer that one.
Fermanagh, Florence Court.
There you go. What is Malcolm's midnight miniature munchies? I haven't got any here. All I've got is some water. That's all I have. It's shocking, isn't it? But for in my belly, which is just here, is shepherd's pie and peas, and then I had a lemon drizzle cake for pudding.
Nice.
Which is just incredible. My wife loves cooking, and I love her cooking.
Well, that is a bit of a bonus, really.
Yes, brilliant all round. It's funny actually. My oldest daughter was having a bit of a difficult afternoon. She's getting a bit upset about everything, she sat down for dinner, and as soon as she got that shepherd's pie on her fork, she was all quiet again. Like, oh, it's all good. The world is all fine again.
Yay!
Shepherd's pie. What about you guys? What's in your bellies?
Pizza.
Pizza. Homemade?
No.
No.
I've tried that before. It didn't work at all.
No.
Nope. Couldn't get the pizza base right.
Yeah, it's a good bit of practice. What about you, Gary? What have you got in your belly?
Steak, chips, and garlic mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
And did you have the trifle?
Man, I'm trying not to think of that at the moment. I'm trying not to think of the trifle at the moment.
Is it still in the fridge waiting for you?
Yeah, something like that. I'm just not trying to concentrate on that at the moment.
Sorry, we'll move on.
Although I do love trifle.
Yeah, trifle is you have it when you were a kid. It's brilliant. Brilliant.
And
So,
apple tart and custard.
Oh yeah. Do you like cinnamon on it?
Yes.
Oh wow, gosh.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's where you and I have to end our relationship then, because I cannot stand cinnamon.
You got to cinnamon with apple.
No, you don't.
Oh.
No, you really don't have to have any cinnamon with anything that goes in your mouth at all. I absolutely loathe cinnamon.
It's nice, Malcolm.
Yeah, it isn't. It's not even food. It's from a bark of a tree. It's or root or something. It's just no. It's not good. It ain't right. I tell you.
Did you ever try it in coffee, Malcolm?
No. I think I tried it once and thought that is the devil's food. I won't be eating that again. And why are you ruining this perfectly good apple cake by sprinkling this bark on this food? So no, I despise all cinnamon products. I don't know why. Just my taste buds went, nope.
Can't be dealing with that.
That's not food. Sounded a bit like John then, didn't I? Nope. Well, people in the chat, what are you eating? What did you eat for your dinner? And Thomas Charles says, in my belly is guilt, desperation, and the souls of mint chocolate biscuits. Oh, mint chocolate biscuits.
5 counts.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Must be.
But I'm a baron.
Yeah, yeah. Robert Thompson says, yes, I volunteered my services to the Yorkshire lot, but in reality, I'm a beginner as well. I only got one. Only got one after talking to Dave last year at Telford. Oh, right. Have you not been using it then, Robert? I'm sure that they would not mind a little bit of a hand in any regard at all, whether you're an expert or not. The fact that you've got enthusiasm for the hobby is enough, and we can all learn together. This is not sticking. Come on. Julian has a cheese and ham omelette in his belly. Nice. Good choice. We could do this on Sunday morning, and people will be like, oh, black pudding. Or they'll be like cornflakes.
Bacon and egg sandwich.
Full Ulster fry.
Oh, yeah. Now that's something else. When I was up there, I was told you have to try it, Ulster fry.
What's that? What's in it?
It's basically like an English breakfast, but on a different planet.
Yes.
There's everything in it, basically, isn't it?
White pudding?
Yeah.
All of it.
You can if you want it.
I think the only thing I wouldn't have would be baked beans.
Okay.
They're devil's jobbies, they are.
It's like me and cinnamon, is it?
Yeah.
Did you have an issue with baked beans, or just don't like them?
The texture just makes me sick.
Oh, okay. Haricot beans, aren't they? Baked beans.
Something like that, yeah.
Beans.
Good for your heart.
Yes, indeed.
The more you eat,
No swearing, please.
the more you, the better you feel. So eat them after every meal.
Good. Robert Thompson says for tea, he had chicken wrapped in parmesan and a glass of prosecco.
Nice. Did you not make it a Bellini?
How did you make it into a Bellini? Is that peach schnapps or something, isn't it?
No, I think it's raspberry. Something raspberry.
I had a mojito yesterday afternoon. This was really nice. Some rum left over.
Oh, I've just remembered something. Jam tarts make it for custard powder. Makes them louder.
Custard powder. And Robert says, good news on the ethics page. Reference sending flying hours to Models for Heroes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that is brilliant.
It is good news. Well done them.
I have some of them here, Malcolm.
Good chap. Yep. When you get bunch, send them on. Yep. When you got them, got a bunch, send them down. First class stamp or second class, whatever. Don't cost much to send them down.
No.
I've got a bunch of, I think about 10 passports here, so I need to fill them.
How many goes in a passport?
16, I believe. Hang on, let's have a look. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. So there's 40 squares. And that's an example one, I think. So yeah, 40 different ones. But you need to make 16, up to 16 to get the Series 1 or a Series 2 kit. So yeah, basic one, 72nd Spitfire or something. So you need 16 hours. But you know, obviously, you can get them in 3s. So you put a 3 in there. And then once you get up to 16, you can then write on the back what kit you want and send it off.
Cool.
But go on.
What's the max you can have in there?
Well, I think the largest number of flying hours in one token is 9, I think.
Yeah, the largest token you can get is 9.
Yeah, which is on, like, you know, the big stuff.
1/24. Yeah.
Expensive stuff. Yeah. Every little helps. Come on. So did you call Tesco's or just pop in? Did you give them a buzz?
I emailed the community girl, Emma.
Do you know if that's nationwide or Tesco wide, or
she just said hers?
Right. Okay. All right. Well, give them a buzz in a couple of weeks again. See what they do. So it might change again, mate. You know what it's like.
Yeah. Well, she said what she's going to do as soon as she hears anything, she's going to email everybody.
Oh, fab. All right. Okay.
So it's just suck it and see at the moment. Just waiting for it to come back to us.
Yep.
We're looking at the 15th marking of July.
15th. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I was told that on Tuesday.
Brilliant. Super duper. Oh, that's great. That's what, 3 weeks away? Something like that? 2 weeks away?
Yeah. 2 weeks.
Brilliant stuff. And you've still got everything you need down there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Pieces?
Well, I'll be soon running out of kits. But I'm going to see where the boys buy their own. Let them buy their own to see what they want to make up.
Yep.
I have 5 new beginners as well.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Dr. Art himself, Lee, and 3 ex-policemen.
Grand. Good Lord, it's Keith. Keith is in the doghouse waiting to come in. Should we let him in?
Only if he's in his new shed.
No, he's not. No.
I don't know then.
That's some shit.
Oh, it's not a shed. It's like another house. Bottomless garden.
He's going to roast in that thing, I reckon.
No, yeah. You said it's really hot in there. Depends what he gets up to, doesn't it? Thomas Charles made a comment. I'm not going to read it. The next one says, Robert Thompson says, yes, I have used the airbrush loads and it's been a learning curve for sure. Oh, great. Well, you're perfectly in line for setting it up then. I'll let Keith in. Hi, Keith, mate.
How do?
How do? I'm just reading the...
It's quite a bit cooler than... Yeah, the things, yeah.
Just reading the comments, and I'll come right back to you, and we'll focus directly on you, mate. Okay?
That's all right.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, Robert Thompson says, I remember a lot of flying hours have been donated at Telford. Have been donated at Telford from a granddad and a grandson combination. It was a big thing for the boy to hand them over. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. It's a bag of them. You know, I've been keeping these. That was Tristan, I believe his name is. Yes, Tristan. And his dad was Mark? I think so. Can't remember. I think it's Mark. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, some people will, you know, sometimes we'll get an envelope with 2 or 3 hours in it, you know, and a nice letter, you know, saying I heard you collect them. And then some people will send like huge bags of them. So I've been collecting these for years, never knew what to do with them. So you may as well have them now. It's great. Robert says he's had no response from his local Tesco's after loads of emails.
Okay.
That's annoying, isn't it?
Do they have a community champion? Because if they do, that's the person who deals with it.
Yeah, community champion. I have to say though, Steph, mine was the one up here in Newbury that took a long time to get back to me.
Okay.
I guess it's just because it's a voluntary role and they don't have to answer them immediately.
Yeah, no, she's on it like a bonnet emirate.
Good for her. Good.
Which is brilliant.
All I can say, Robert, is to rock up there and to say hello. Why don't you get some emails? Here I am. Got questions for you. You have not made my trifle joke from earlier, Thomas says. Where's the trifle joke? Anyone see a trifle joke? Tagalog? Nope. Oh, here we go. I found it. Right. We made a 30.
Well, you haven't. You still lost it.
Trifle
You
at
found it.
school, a world record. But our ladders were 20 foot. Nobody could top that. Okay.
I'm sorry, Malcolm. I
Perfect.
was talking
Keith.
with the most
How
about
are you? Keith, you all right?
Good evening.
Hello, my friend. And you have been shedding a lot, I see.
Well, yes, I had a day out working.
Mm.
I've had 2 days shedding, and I spent all of today doing the paperwork for the Tuesday out working.
Oh, crikey, yeah. How long does the paperwork usually take you?
Well, I started at 9 o'clock. I had to go out and get a couple of bits this afternoon, but I finished it at 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And I
So
guess you
I've
haven't.
been pretty much all day on the paperwork.
Yeah, I guess you haven't done any modelling since then.
I haven't been to the modelling table since Monday.
Right. Yep.
But I'm pleased to say that the shed is considerably cooler
Oh, right.
in the hot weather now.
Interesting.
As the plan was, the bright metal reflects the heat away because the black roof was absorbing all the heat and you were cooking in there.
Right, gotcha. So yeah, so now
although the metal gets hot, it doesn't come down through the roof.
So now So now the heat gets reflected off the shed and onto the house. So the house is really hot.
I think so. Well, apparently it's my fault that I've done the shed, and some bird has done a big whoopsie on Caroline's sunshade in the back garden.
Oh.
And I'm looking for a king-size pigeon, or maybe even a swan, I think, for the mess it made.
Yes. Well, yeah, I guess you get the blame for that too.
I get the blame for that, and apparently the aircraft are using it as turning reference point now, from providing they wear their sunglasses when they're coming into Eastleigh.
Yeah, you can see it from space, and it just looks like a giant mirror.
Yes, it is. It's but no, it's very well. I've still got some more to do on it. I've still got a couple more days' work to do on it yet, but
right.
I'll give it a rest now for a day or two.
Okay. Do you think you ever do a broadcast?
I'm trying to get on with some modelling.
Have you got any signal in there?
There's no signal out there at all.
Okay. All right. Well, so what are you up to today?
And when you consider now, it'll be like being in a Faraday cage in there.
Yeah. What's on your desk right now, then, buddy?
What's on my desk? Well, exactly as we did is Baldrick.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Cool.
I've had 5 minutes and had a quick look on the internet, and I know the colour of the eyes now.
Right. They hazel eyes.
Yes, they're very pale brown. They're very.
Mm-hmm.
So I shall have a look in my browns and mix something up which is nice and watery and see if I can get something that looks near to that.
Yeah, something glossy.
I was going to start on the eyes and maybe even drop back across and start weathering the T34 a little bit.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, well, then, interesting you got the figure there because we got Gary's got a figure to do at some point as well.
Yeah.
And we'll
and Gary's got to do bigger oil puddles under those Land Rovers.
Yeah, yes. Comes later, doesn't it, Gary?
I mean, that's how that looks quite nice, his figure there, yes.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. No, that'd be good. That'd be good to paint up that well.
Talking of figure painting.
Yes.
Have you seen who's waiting?
Yes, I have. I was just going to wait until I finished with Keith, and then I was going to pop over and say hi. Cheers, Keith.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's carry on.
Cheers.
Right, and in the wings, as Steph has reminded me, is Mr. Dave Oliver, and I'm just going to let him stew for a couple of seconds while I slowly reach for the mouse to let him in the door. Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. You?
I am super fine. Tell me. I know everyone wants to know. Please tell me how you've got on with the FN 18.
There you go.
Holy moly. Okay. Yep. So that's. Can you put it all in shot?
I'm trying. My workbench isn't big enough.
Stand back. Bloody hell! It's massive.
Yeah, but the nose is on and all the gaps are filled. So
yeah.
Well, not all the gaps, but the nose is on. So that, that's something.
God, it's gonna be an incredibly cool looking thing once it's finished.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really quite imposing when it's done.
Yeah, yeah.
Bear in mind, obviously, that you've got the wing tip extensions. They're going to come out to about there as well. So
right. Are you going to do one folded up?
I kind of want them down. I don't know why. Just sort of be interesting.
All right. Cool.
Just to make it even more ungainly.
What are you working on today then? Which part? What are you working on today then, Dave? Which bit are you working on?
This panel here needs to be put in place, and so you've got a bit of a gap there that needs dealing with.
Yeah.
And underneath, you can see where the nose joins. You could add a choice. You could either get it to join perfectly there.
Yeah.
Which left about 1.5 mil gap there.
Yeah.
And then just these gaps here need dealing with as well. So.
Gosh. And how are you getting on with that filler?
Pardon?
How are you getting on with that filler?
Yeah, very good. Very impressed. Works very well.
Got any left?
Not at the end of this, I don't think.
No. Sponsored by Plastic Buddy.
Yeah. Sculpted by.
Yeah. Well,
F18 sculpted by Plastic Putty with a little bit of input from Rebel. Yeah.
No, it does. It's. I guess as it's coming together like that, you really can see what a fantastic aeroplane it is, and how incredibly huge the thing is too.
Oh yeah, it's a big plane. Again, you got the exhausts that have got to go on the end as well. So
yeah, just goes on forever.
I'm hoping that when this area is dealt with, that's the last. Because again, it's all interlinked. The problem is I think I really was very careful when I was doing all this. You could see if you rushed it, you could make real problems for yourself later down the road. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there are still things like that gap there. Obviously, something hasn't quite lined up, but that can be dealt with. But yeah, you could if the previous sub-assemblies hadn't been done properly, you could, by the time you got to this stage, you could find yourself in real trouble.
Yes. Yeah, they just all the issues add up, I guess, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it just wouldn't fit. I think that's the problem. And there are still issues like when I put the instrument panel cowling on.
Yeah.
I thought I just want to see, because obviously the cockpit glass takes part of the fuselage as well at the front, and I'm glad I did, because basically if I'd put it in, the HUD wouldn't have fitted on top.
Yeah, I see.
So there we go. But we'll get there.
You will, and you're getting there. I mean, how many weeks have you been working on it now?
It's been about 5 weeks. So, as I said, I'd like to get it done by the end of July. But
2020.
Hopefully, this is the last major bit that's going to take much fettling. And then, obviously, when everything's all together and it's got primer on it, there's probably going to have to go back and do. The first primer coat I always regard as a reference, just to see if any gaps you missed or any panel lines need reinstating. But said hopefully get this bit done, and the construction should get a little bit simpler. He said.
And what have you decided to do with the wheels, the undercarriage?
Oh, how do you mean?
You said they were a bit flimsy, a bit concerned about them. Were you
I'll
considering
see how if there's any issue, I'll just I'll drill them out and put some metal rods inside them. I just added some, just by capillary action, some extra thin, and that seems to have kind of stiffened the whole assembly up a little bit. So we'll have to see. The thing I'm waiting for is one half of the wheel was missing. So I've had to email Revel about that. There we go.
Yeah, well done. Good stuff. And Thomas and I want to know how Gordon is.
Oh, I'm going to get one.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
I'm going to surprise you.
Yeah, that will just that'll give me a blooming heart attack, I think. Yeah, great. Cool. Thanks, Dave. So let's catch up on the chat. Steph ruined the joke. Oh, was he? I think he was. We had an audio slip, didn't we?
Yes. No, I was saying, Malcolm, you haven't found it. Please, Malcolm. No, you have. Malcolm, you have. Okay, too late.
Don't worry. We can set the whole thing up again later on if you want to. just talk about trifles again.
Yeah. Just ask Gary how his trifle's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll do that later on. Robert says he's tried to contact his local Tesco champion and the head office as well to see if the names person still works for Tesco's, but still nothing. Thomas says, I've been building a pony stitching vise today.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Dave, have a look at what he's doing. It looks awesome. And then I said, what the is that? And he went, he says, I don't know. But then he sent me a video. And it's fantastic how it works. It's so simple.
Yeah. What is it? Sorry?
What was it? A pony stitching?
Yeah. Pony stitching vise.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Basically, it's 2 bits of wood with a bit down the middle to splay it out. These are doweled or wrapped in string. And then as you get to the end, it's got 2 chocks inside it. And what you do is you open those up, put what you need to grip in there, and then there's a brass loop that you push up, and it vices it together. By God, does it hold it?
Wow. Clever.
I believe Thomas posted in the Modder's Mess.
Okay.
Look.
And there is a link in there to it. Oh, it's an absolute brilliant bit of kit. And thank you for posting the link as well, Thomas.
Brilliant.
I'll follow his advice.
Yeah, I think looking on the internet, it's something for leather workers.
Right.
It was used by watchmakers because the guy who does it makes cogs and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks really. Oh, a mini one of those would be brilliant in there.
Yeah. Good joke, Dave. Well done. I heard it.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I was just treating it with the contempt it deserved.
So he did hear it. Right. I'm not even going to bother talking about.
On eBay the other day. It was half price.
Did you? What type of was it?
Only one problem, didn't have a volume control, but I thought I can't turn that down.
Oh, Dave.
Well, we've missed this, haven't we? No.
Well, see, the thing is that Dave is the sort of person who would have bought an amplifier. He's, I could quite believe that Dave would have bought an amplifier the other day.
Sorry, Phil, I've let you down. Sorry.
Sucks.
Is
to be you.
Yeah. I see you had good news from Ludwig. Dave.
Yeah. Oh, that was a relief to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
because they are getting quite picky these days about sponsorships. They're not just handing them out quite as arbitrarily as they used to.
I'm sure you were at the front of the queue.
Well, because they were basically using it as a bit of a tax dodge, apparently.
Okay.
And a lot of the instrument manufacturers were basically, using the endorsee scheme as a bit of a tax dodge, and a lot of them got caught up about it. So, but that was welcome news, because again, they've just obviously. I mean, I've renewed it. Good heavens! I sent my application off in January, and I hadn't heard anything, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's that. But apparently, they've only just opened the office up again, so it's good.
Well done. Good for you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So, Dave, are you going to join us on Sunday morning?
Well, I'm having a beer tomorrow night, so I don't want to make any promises I can't keep.
That'll be a no then.
No. Sorry, I will be very drunk.
So I'm not going to lie and say, oh, yeah. I don't know how. It depends what state I'm in Sunday morning.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, let's be honest. Okay? Let's be honest.
I'd like to, but I don't want to make any promises I can't keep.
Yeah. Cool. Oop. Something's going off. We'll see. We'll see how many people have got the bottle.
I'll be there, Malcolm.
Oh, I know you will, buddy. You'll be there, and then I won't be, and you'll be sitting again. There's no show. It will eventually be.
Yeah, when Malcolm drags himself out of bed.
Yeah. I'll get a nudge. Say, oh, you're online. What? Get out of bed.
No, I'm not. I'm in bed.
Yeah. Or do it live from my bed.
You can do it in your pajamas.
I'm sure Caroline would love you doing that.
Yeah.
If you keep the camera angle right, you can do it in your pajamas.
Yeah, absolutely. No one would ever know.
Mm.
Wouldn't be very professional, would it? Did you hear what Yoda said when he realized that Star Wars is going to be released in 4K?
HDMI.
HDMI. That's a good one. I like that one. That tickled me.
You always wait till I'm painting something for one of the bad jokes.
No, they're just constantly bad jokes. Oh, I really thought I would get a better reception from that one. Never mind. Keep trying. Now you're laughing.
What Bob Monkhouse was it? He said, when I was a kid and they asked me what I wanted to do when I grew up, I said a comedian. They said they laughed at me. He goes, well, they're not laughing now.
Oh, we talked about Bob Monkhouse before on this show, haven't we? Yeah, absolute genius guy. Absolute genius. Just had the. I don't know. It's amazing how he's been able to remember all the jokes. Didn't he do like a show where a challenge show or something where people from the audience would give him subjects and he would tell a joke, and he was saying that he could do 30 jokes in 10 minutes
on that subject? Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was on his own show.
Was it? Okay, look.
Well, he had call it a shed does it a disservice. Basically, it was about the size of four double garages, if you see what I mean, in a square, where he had an archive of everything. He apparently had one of the first video recorders in the country, and he'd record the TV shows that he did so he could see how well he thought he'd done and things he could improve on. But not only that, he had like an archive of comedy. He'd record every comedy program on TV.
Wow.
To study, how these. And Lenny Henry was saying that when he was on Small Faces, when he got his first break, he said that that Thames TV had just wiped the tape, and he thought he'd never see it again. And found out, towards the end, Bob Monkhouse and his family were archiving all these, and he got a phone call and said, "We've got your first performance on videotape."
Wow.
And I reckon there were loads of other stuff that they thought had been lost forever, but Bob Monkhouse had taped all of it.
Wow.
Frank Kerson was another good comedian.
So
Frank Cargo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Allen as well.
Dave Allen.
How was the white? Like that?
Dave Allen. Was Dave Allen the one on the sat on the stool a lot?
That's it.
Yeah.
One of his fingers was missing, and he'd always wipe his leg with it, wouldn't he?
Wipe his leg with his finger?
He couldn't because it was missing. No, what he'd do is
he always had a glass of whiskey and a cigarette as well.
Yeah, He'd wipe his leg like that, but really sort of, can't say I'm doing it, but it was just a couple of long straight. It was a habit or something when he was telling the story.
Oh.
Like it when the story when he fell out of a tree in his back garden and his mum comes barreling out and starts walloping and go, "You'll hurt yourself." She's whacking. You're gonna hurt yourself. giving him a hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, Thomas has come up with an idea for you, Keith.
What's that one?
Have you earthed the shed?
That is in hand, yes.
In hand.
But luckily, all the neighbours have got their aerials higher than my shed.
Well, you know what the weather forecast is for tonight, don't you, bud?
Yes.
Okay.
It's nice knowing you, Keith.
Yeah. Fingers crossed for you, bud. Okay.
That's
Say
right.
your
I'm
prayers
not sleeping
tonight,
in
right?
the shed tonight.
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, if you don't go out and clear that bird poo off, you might be.
Oh no, somebody's already taken care of the bird poo.
Nice.
I was just being blamed for it.
That's probably, you wonder what you've been eating. Blame it, Joy. You right, Dave?
Yeah. Can't think of any crap jokes.
You mean you're just going through the motions?
Yeah.
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 Poo. Armed Forces Day tomorrow. I saw one of our volunteers, Neil, was flying his flag in his garden. Good for him. There was a quiz on last night, a live virtual quiz about Armed Forces. I don't know if anyone saw that. It was something to do with Armed Forces Day. I think it was either organised or advertised with walking with the Wounded. I didn't join it myself, but I saw it was on.
Did anybody listen to LBC last night?
LBC. Nope.
They had Johnny Mercer on, and they had a special about mental health within the forces and after you come out.
Right. What did Johnny say?
Basically usual stuff. It's taking its time, but then it's government and it does take its time. But he's promised to take up 2 people's cases who phoned in. He said, look, this is what's happening. I'm not getting supported.
Yeah.
And you're saying that we're meant to be getting supported.
Yep.
It's like there's a branch of the military that looks after people who've got psychological issues. For 6 months after they come out. But the problem is those people are not taking on anybody who is going to be over 6 months. So if you come out and you say, look, I've got this and that and the other, I said, well, you'll have to go to the civvies. Why? Because we can't look after anybody over 6 months, which is ridiculous. It's unfair.
No.
And
who is that then? Is that Tills?
no, Tills are, they're the transition people. They help people transition.
Yeah. So which department is this then?
I can't remember. I don't know the name of them.
Rubbish.
I know I am.
Well, my wife had somebody in the village shop the other day, and they're ex-military.
Oh, is this not a joke?
They were saying that they can't get any help at the moment. No, they were saying they got in touch with Help for Heroes, and they've been told, no, we can't help you. We furloughed everybody.
Yep, I have to wait.
So I'm waiting to see if we get any more contact from them. Then we'll see what we can do to find someone to help them.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it's all.
So maybe an idea for our website, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Maybe a little idea for our website would be a list of useful people or associations that you could go to ask for help as well.
Yeah, can do. The trouble is that
just a contact, an additional contacts page.
So it would have been Veterans Gateway.
Yeah,
it would be the Help for Heroes, Royal British Legion, and no doubt it's somewhere people were gone before.
Yeah.
But sure I can do something like that. I don't really want to go down that signposting road, though.
I think it. No, but it's just a useful thing to put a list of the organisations that we work with and where they can look to for help.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah, we already have who we support section. But yeah, I mean, we'll have a think about
it. There's a lot of veterans out there not getting help.
And we've got a committee meeting.
Lots and lots and lots.
Look at that poor woman committed suicide there. Was it 2 nights ago?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the best of it is, and Steph can tell you, they don't tell you when you're in the job, when you have problems, of where to go to.
No, they don't.
No. Well, we do what we can.
At all, or is it still the case?
Do what we can.
I don't know that one, Dave. I can't answer that question.
Right.
I know it has changed a wee bit since my time.
Right.
There's a lot of things have changed, but from what I've been reading online and stuff like that, there it just still sees the same system.
Okay.
Well, it's all about attitudes and changing the idea of what mental health is. And so many people are still scared of it. There's still a massive stigma attached to it, and I guess it's slowly changing, but it won't be overnight. And it's the money as well. So there's no money for the mental health help, but we do what we can here. Whatever we can do, we will try and do it.
But as I say, every little bit helps.
Every bit helps. It's sponsored by Tesco, sounds like.
The only good thing is I'm going in now to help Steph and Mark out on their channel.
Yep.
I didn't realise we needed any help, Gary.
But you know what the RAF is like now, Steph. You do need boys like us to help you out.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, you certainly make us look better.
Oh, good luck. 1-0.
Oh, it's not over yet. It hasn't even started. Where's my buddy? Where's John?
Where's John?
Oh, you're on your own tonight, are you? Oh, bless, mate.
Oh.
Funny. Is that Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays? Still
Yep.
stuff? Cool. Super. What time on Sunday is it?
7 till usually about 7 till 8. Only do it for an hour.
Have I got that on our calendar?
I don't think you have. No.
Ooh, why don't I have that on my calendar?
I don't know. Why don't you have that on your calendar?
So I've got your. Nothing. Nothing at all. All right. What can you do me a favor? Can you send me after the show? Can you send me a message just with a link to the channel and the times and the days?
I can do. Yes.
I can pop it on the calendar and I'll give you the link to it so that you can.
Brilliant. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, because I'll put that in.
Yep.
I'm sure I had it in there. I don't know.
See, Steph, helping you already.
Yeah, there we go. That's weird. You know, you think you've done something and then it's not there. Well, don't know. Then I'll notice that we've got the shop up on the Facebook page now. It's integrated part of Facebook. Yeah, a bit of magic, a little bit of wizardry. So you can go on the Facebook page and buy merch if you wanted to, and it puts it straight in the cart, which is cool. I was very excited when that worked. I was kind of jiggling around the room like, finally got it working. I'll be hacking the mainframes next. My IT skills.
Well,
There's Steph, some sort of Foley artist up there.
What do you mean?
With your clicky clacking and then your scrapey scrapes. I had to look up, see what was making that noise. So, Gary, what did you have for pudding tonight?
No, that's not fair. It's still sitting in the fridge. I tried not to think of it.
Can you hear it?
Yes, I can hear it, though. That's the worst of it. I might have to send her a wee text to bring it down to me.
Singing the siren song.
Please eat me.
Yeah, that's right. Malcolm is food obsessed, Thomas says. Yeah, you don't get to be massively obese without being food obsessed. It's kind of a requirement.
Just big boned.
Well, you don't get to be 18 stone by not eating.
No, definitely not. Now you got to work at it. But that was your cue, Thomas, to restart your trifle joke. But instead, you just called me fat. So, never mind. Salad is what my food eats, Thomas says.
I like salads too, but not that much.
You have to be in the right mood for it.
Yeah.
It depends what you got with it. If you got a steak salad, that's right.
Yes. And a wee bit of chips as well.
Yeah, chip salad. Thank you.
And a bacon butty on the side.
What, the side of the salad?
Oh, no. Keith, you had to throw in the bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it. Made me hungry.
Got my cup of tea. Cheers, chaps. No biscuits, though. Might be a bit wet without them. Thomas says that he used to work for a trifle charity, and they raised hundreds and thousands. So good. Love it. I swear he's just sat there Googling like the topics that we're talking about, and then just finding a joke that is trifle based, or custard based, or jelly based, something, I'm sure of it. Can't come up with this stuff immediately.
I do have strawberry bonbons here, though.
You have what?
Strawberry bonbon sweets.
You get cream for that. They're nice. You get lemon ones as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So have you eaten any since we've been on the stream?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you have to count them?
Yeah.
How many have you got? 2?
That was the bit where he went quiet.
You have to keep taking it out to talk.
Yeah.
Can't talk, I'm eating the strawberry bonbons.
And I have jelly babies and wine gums.
Christ,
Blimey.
what's going on? What's going on tonight?
No. I have to have my sweets when I'm modelling.
Well, you're not allowed to have that trifle then. What's that?
Oh,
No way.
I was trying to save that.
Yeah, you can save it for tomorrow. Veggie pudding, that's it.
Well, I think I'm going to call the exhausts done.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look?
Yes, please.
Nice.
Ah, lovely and dusty.
Because I've got heat spots
Yeah.
on the buckets.
Right. Well, good stuff. Because I guess you can be able to see underneath it as well, because it's the
Yeah.
bums in the air.
Yeah, bum's going to be in the air.
Yeah.
So,
Nice work, Steph.
thank you very much, V. So what I'm going to do is just paint those pink and put them to one side and ready to go on.
Yay. Did you get there's only photographs from the back, or it's just the one you're looking right at right now?
That's the one I'm using as my guide. What they look like.
Yeah.
So
you can't really see it from any of the other angles that you've got of the actual.
No, you can't. No, which is a shame. But on this picture, if you look very closely, just there,
yeah,
got the heat marks, because that's where the thrust reverse join, and it kicks into reheat, and these get really, really, really hot.
Right.
So, yeah, they get heat marks all over them.
But they've got reversers on there.
Yeah, they've got reverse thrust.
Do they have a cog or something in the middle?
You mean that one?
Yeah. Yeah. How's
Yeah.
that work?
That rotates. And
Yeah.
it rotates the bucket straight out very, very quickly.
Right. So, okay. So it covers the exhaust and then deflects it forward a bit.
Yeah.
Which is why the rudder is dirty usually.
Yes, and halfway up the tail, depending on when it's last been cleaned.
Right. Cool.
Staff, did you see Thomas Charles's message there?
Yeah, I'd already done that, Thomas. I did that earlier on while we were off air, and I'm just dusting it all over and just touching it all up. But yeah, thank you very much for that.
Looks good. A 4B pencil.
Yes.
That's not a 2B.
Or not to be. That's the question.
Or not to be.
Yes, Keith.
You've got to give Keith a chance. He has got a delay.
Yes, I know. It's still funny though.
I was quite quick on that as well.
Straight out the trap it was.
Yeah, it's his delay that did that.
Oh. Love
I
it.
did take my wife to the pencil museum once in Cumbria. And
Yeah.
afterwards she said, you know, that's far more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
That's a joke, isn't it, Keith? Or is that a fact?
No, it is. There is the Cumbrian Pencil Museum.
So I've been led to believe.
Hang on. Okay, so there is a pencil museum. Did your wife say, I thought it was more interesting than I thought it was going to be because it was 2B pencil, or just that's what she said?
She actually didn't think it was going to be that interesting a day for day.
Well, that would have been a good joke, though.
But there was an extra pun slipped in just to.
Yes, always got to be a slipped-in one right at the end.
Just to be blunt about it.
To be blunt, yeah.
I see.
Well, sometimes you just can't see the point in these jokes.
Yeah,
It's getting the sharp end of your sense of humour.
we really are propelling these jokes forward, aren't we?
Oh, nice. Yeah, the pencils. Good. I can't think of a name.
Are you on the case?
Oh, we're leading the field.
Field pencil. Thomas says he doesn't.
Lead the same way.
Thomas says Keith's wife's museum is easily led, and you don't understand the gravity of the situation. Quick, Caroline, think of a pencil pun.
You very nearly said a food-related pun there, Malcolm.
I did, yeah. No, she's not interested.
Right, on that note, gentlemen, I is going to be leaving. Oh, I need to go and put my feet up.
All right, mate. Here's your good lady calling you.
No. She's painting by numbers.
Cool. You need to get yourself a good chair up there,
I
mate.
have got a good chair, but it's one of those breakfast ones, and I can get my leg up, but I need to just relax.
Yeah.
You tend to be tensed up a bit doing this.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for this evening, guys, and I will catch you all later.
Take care of yourself,
Yeah.
Steph. See you. Oh wow. See you.
I will say hello Sunday while I'm doing my videoing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, pop in, say hi. Cool.
I will do. Ladies, guys, take care.
Oh.
All right.
Steph.
Bye.
Bye.
Thomas has come up with another lead one. You can lead a horse to water, but a pencil must be lead. Yeah. Yep.
He's really on the case, isn't he?
The case. Yeah, pencil case. Pencil. Rubber. Pencil. Eraser. That's what happens in my head when you start doing the jokes. I'm like, I can't quick write something that is relatable. Quick.
You just have to sharpen up your senses a bit.
Yes, I do. Yes. Yeah. No, can't think of any. A few more people join the Models Mess today. So good. So, Dave and Keith, I've been working on the forum on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically like the Models Mess on the Facebook, but not on Facebook. And I was wondering if it would be worth having a section on there for each modeling session, if you wanted it, so you could put any information up there, or I don't know, just like an intro to your session, or who to contact. Should someone want to join, maybe?
Oh, what when we go back and do the in-person sessions? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
Well, there's a kind of have a bit like that already, which is like a list of the locations with a map, but also we have a list of locations using the flyers that we do. It might be nice just because then maybe a new member might be able to contact you through that. Might be easier than I don't know, Facebook or whatever. Just mindful that a lot of people have become quite anti-Facebook lately. And I mean, since I started this, I think still 20% volunteers are not on Facebook, and the same for beneficiaries.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of just drop Facebook off now and again, say that's it, I'm done with Facebook for a bit, and then of course they lose access to the Models Mess. So nice to have something for them to fall back on.
Well, I know a couple of beneficiaries had the issues with like ex-partners and stuff like that, and so they left Facebook as a result of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's a brave lot of my guys are not on Facebook neither.
No, that's right, and and that's up to them, isn't it? It is so easy though, just to share stuff, and obviously do group chats and things. I got a lot of animals as friends on my Facebook. You know, people using pseudonyms and things. I got a giraffe and a hippo. Yep. Very proud of them. But yeah, this will be, just like a fallback, I guess. Or if someone doesn't want to use Facebook, that's what they use to communicate or to get in contact with us, or just to be part of the community, I suppose.
Sure.
So yeah, go and check it out, Dave. Go and have a look.
Will do.
You have to sign into the forum and into the website and everything, but it's all there.
Was that the .org one, Malcolm?
R1.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The forum, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you I think you're on it, aren't you? Already?
I am on it, yeah.
Yeah. So you can. I can't remember how I've set it up at the moment. I keep changing it, but if you go on to the site, Gary, and then under your name, there should be the test forum.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because I was going to tell the boys that are not on Facebook to go on to that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, at the moment, I'm still testing it. I still don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to like giving people access and trying to keep the general public out.
Yes.
How I'm going to do that, I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm going to do it along with roles, so I will have to manually attribute a role to somebody as they apply. So you won't have immediate access as soon as you sign up. You have to wait.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could ask people to email me to say, my name's Bob, I'm been sent here by Gary, kind of thing, and then I know, then don't I, that person is. Yeah. They say they are.
Because I didn't want to do it, Malcolm, until you give me the go ahead, if you know what I mean.
You give me a couple of weeks, mate, to see if I can iron it out and learn it.
That's no problem.
Yeah, I'm still trying to work out how to change the colours, mate. So, first things first.
Yeah, because I told them. Sorry, I was telling them that I was online, live here, and there's a brave lot of them would like to see it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So,
yeah. Well, they can already. If I give you the unlisted link for YouTube, you can watch it.
Please, Malcolm, would you?
Sure can. Do you want me to do that now?
No, wait. You come off, sure, Malcolm. Be grand,
What I'll do, buddy, is I'll just link it to our group. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Malcolm.
StreamYard link up for you. I'll put the YouTube link up too.
Because they were asking me because they couldn't see it or nothing. If you know what I mean.
Well, there's a reason for that, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I was saying to them. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, no worries. I'll do that. But yeah, the idea is that once you're on the forum, there'll be a link to the next the next YouTube show. So the only way you'll be able to watch it is to click that link and to have that link.
Yeah.
It's unlisted. So that's the whole point. It's behind some sort of, not firewall, but it's behind the bars, if you like. Yeah. Behind the wire. That's what it is. It's take a lot of admin there. A lot of time.
I said it does.
But if I'm not doing modelling sessions, man, I've got lots of time. And all this is basically procrastinating because I've got to try and the next job I'm supposed to have done is updated all our policies because they're due for renewal. So I'd rather do that forum than do the policy noise. I was hoping one of my directors might put their hands up and say, "Yeah, I'll do it."
No such luck, Malcolm.
I was very quiet then.
I think Dave dare not move. Oh, there's so many parts to this legs. Oh my gosh. So that's to the last session, this session, and the session before that. So that's 6 hours, and I haven't even done all the parts for the legs yet. Ugh.
Oh well, know what to say.
I reckon we've been quicker cladding my shed.
Yes. What do they say, Dave?
Best foot forward and all that.
Yeah. That doesn't apply. Yeah, but okay. Oh, I see. Foot. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. To listen to these guys, honestly. Honestly. So let's look at the sanity.
Did you see Thomas Charles'
Yes,
message there, Dave?
Well, sorry,
no, mate. Sorry, I've got.
I'm going to go through them now. That one was that one the one you're talking about, Rob? Gary, sorry.
Yeah.
Knock.
Who's there?
Broken pencil.
Broken pencil. Who?
Never mind. It's pointless.
Hold on.
Oh, where was the ding?
It was there. I just didn't hit it very hard.
Thomas says, I have a hard time trusting people that use pencils to draw. They're sketchy. Thomas says, I posted on the Model Miniatures film pages about the air miles for you. Oh, I did see that, I think. I think it might have popped up in my own...
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. Did it pop up on my own Facebook that you did that? I can't remember, but thank you, mate. That's very kind of you. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, obviously having our name attributed to Facebook would be very beneficial for us. You know, not just for the air miles, just the fact that there's got the advocacy. You know, really, really important. Thomas says, if you need me to beta test for you, I'm more than happy. Yeah, thank you, Thomas. That's great. If you can head to the website and sign in, really, and then try and have a look around, basically. A couple of months ago, I had a few people who kind of went around and tried to break things, and they managed to break a few things, which I managed to fix. There's a couple of things that weren't working, and I fixed them. So, yeah, if you'd have a look around, that'd be great. It's in the ticker on the bottom, modelforheroes.org.uk. And the sign-in for it is in the footer, right down the bottom. And as Dave realised that his model aircraft has got to fit through the door. As long as it flies out the window, you're right.
Who was that? It was some guy, wasn't there? Built a kit car in his dining room, and when it was finished, he had to demolish a wall to get the thing out.
Gosh, really?
Yeah. He just got carried away and built this kit car, and he didn't have a garage, and built it in his dining room, and then when it's finished, he's like, I think he thought initially he was going to just do the chassis and then tilt it on its side and get it out the door, but he ended up doing the whole thing, demolish a wall to get the thing out.
Gosh. Wasn't there a guy at one of the shows we went to who had a huge Lancaster or something, couldn't get it in the door?
Oh, it that was Southern Expo. That was a good couple of years ago. A guy scratch built a 1/32 scale Lancaster bomber.
Oh yeah.
And the competition area is in the squash courts. And obviously the doors are very, very low and very narrow. And he built this carry case to move the thing around so it didn't get damaged, because obviously it's so big. And this case just would not fit through the door. So he had to take it out, and he must have had about about 2 inches clearance at the end of either wingtip. And I couldn't watch. He just about made it in there with the model.
Was he getting help?
No, well, no, you couldn't. There wasn't room to help him. Yeah.
Right.
Because obviously the doorway was so narrow. He just had, there was only room for him and the Lancaster.
Yeah.
And honestly, it just went. It was very, very tight indeed. Beautiful bit of work as well. I mean, I think he won. He definitely won best aircraft. I think he might have even won best in show. If he didn't, he should have done.
Best dexterous attempt.
Yeah. Just but scratch building on an entire 1/32 scale Lancaster's no mean feat, really.
Yeah. Well, surely they could have just said, "Well, you could just put it on the table outside or something, on the normal show table, and say, "Oh, that's in the competition."
I don't know. Anyway, I think he might still be there to this day. I don't know, but
still trying. Some say he's still trying to remove it from the room.
That's right. It's now a feature. Yeah, but
is that why they're knocking it down?
Sorry?
Is that why they're knocking the place down now?
Yeah.
Brilliant. There you go. Before you start anything large, make sure it goes in the room.
Yeah. Oh, the guy's name is Tom. Is it Tom Sunley? I think something like that. But that's what he specialises in doing. Ludicrously large scratch-built aircraft. The last thing I saw him working on was a 1/32 scale B-29.
Wow.
I think Lancaster was big. Think how big that's going to be.
Is that his hobby, or does he get commission builds or something?
No, I just think it's just what he's into.
Wow.
Well, there's some ridiculously large flying models now, isn't there?
Oh yeah, some you've got to have a.
I mean, I saw the. Yeah, I mean, I saw one was a Super Fortress. It had 4 chainsaw engines on it.
Yeah. Have you seen the remote control Super Fortress the guy did? And it drops a little Bell X1, little rocket plane.
That's right. It drops the Bell X1 off the bottom, and that's jet propelled.
Yeah. Another guy did I think it's a C-130, didn't he? And you get the paratroopers all come out the back of it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I seen that Huey on YouTube, was it? It was a massive remote control helicopter.
Uh-huh.
Oh. How big was it?
Oh, I can't remember that one, Malcolm. But I know he had sort of scratch built it himself.
Oh yeah, well,
I used to work with an electrician. He was very keen on the flying models, and he went out, and it was about 15, 20 years, I suppose. He went out and bought a computer because he wanted to get on the internet and find things out. And his wife stood behind him after he'd made a fatal error in his search for his models that he was after. because he keyed in the words "big models,"
Yeah.
and the pictures that came. He didn't get one model aeroplane.
Blimey. Oh, what a mistake in a maker.
Mm.
Yeah. What did I do before you recommended Mr. Well, Perfect Plastic Party is excellent stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you use Squadron or?
I used Mr. Dissolve Party, which is very good, but
Yeah.
I'd say I think this is even more easier to work with.
Right. Okay. Well, because it's water based.
Yeah.
You know.
Just put it on and then wipe the excess off with your fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Thomas says it's a good idea before you start anything large, make sure it goes in the room. It's the best dating advice ever.
Yeah, this filler's really good stuff. So.
I think we ought to send that message to Barrow.
Plastic putty. The Milliput or something would you use? What was your filler of choice? Milliput, Squadron, what was it?
Talking to me, Malcolm.
What did you use to fill before?
I used Mr. Dissolve. I used to use a mixture of Mr. Dissolve, Mr. Surface of 500, and then I'd like finish it off with Mr. Dissolve Putty.
Right. Okay.
But I'd say this is just far more just easy to work with.
Yeah, it's really fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've just put that on there now, and put it on. Just lick your finger and wipe away the excess.
Huh?
Is that Mr. Surfacer? Dave?
Yeah, Mr. Surfacer, yeah?
Yeah.
It's, it's like a very thick primer, yeah? You can get it in aerosol, you can get it in jars, and they've got different grades. They've got Mr. Surfacer 1200, 1000, and then 500, 500 being the thickest. So what I'd do, I'd stick some on a cocktail stick, put it in the gap, let it dry, and then I'd use this. If it was like a big gap like the one I've just filled there, you'd put some in the gap, let that dry, and then use Mr. Dissolved Putty to finish it off. Yeah, I mean, basically all this is the old guys used to get some liquid cement and put a load of cut up sprues in, and it'd melt the plastic. Right. So it's a similar idea. It's still very good stuff, but I think this deluxe material, water based, this one is very good.
That's the one I use now.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. Other fillers are available, of course.
I've been hearing a lot of people talking about that Mr. Surfacer stuff.
It is good. I'd say this does as good or if not better a job, to be honest.
Good. Thomas was just talking about in the chat. He was talking about Longcross Studios. They built 2 1/10 scale Airbus helicopter remote controls for crash scene at the on the Mission Impossible film.
All right.
And once they were finished, they had to be crushed and skipped. And it broke his
Really?
heart. It broke his heart because he would have been happy with one. But as it was a studio asset, it had to be destroyed. And it was made from blueprints directly from Airbus.
Oh, good heavens.
But I guess any electronics and maybe pyrotechnics were involved. They have to, for insurance reasons, get rid of it.
Yeah.
I was watching a TV show last night about what was it about now? The Nightmare Before Christmas, and all the props and the animators and the maquettes that they used. And they were saying, once the show had finished, they just ended up going in their bags on the way home, because otherwise it was going to get chucked. And there was so much stuff. They said the prop builders were building a set and a half every week for 2.5 years for Nightmare Before Christmas. And some of the sets had to be animated themselves, like, when Jack Skellington's walking down the hill, and the hill has to kind of extend out in front of him. One of the animators had that in that actual hill still.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Well, there's a story that apparently where Jerry Anderson, when they filmed Thunderbirds, the industrial unit they used was being refurbished, and a guy just happened to be, he worked on the same industrial estate, happened to be walking past, and looked in the skip, and there were a load of Thunderbirds puppets that were just thrown in there. Like a Lady Penelope, and all kinds of, and he just stuffed the boot of his car with as much as he could get in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some money wasted doing that too as well.
Sorry, Gary?
There's a lot of money wasted there when they do that, break up models and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would they not be safe? Yeah. Would they not be safer, try to auction them off or something to raise money for charity?
Possibly, yes, but I guess if you're selling something that's been used, you got to have it, the electrics checked and all that sort of thing. If it's got an electrics component, and then, but you're right, yeah. I mean, with maquettes and just puppets and things, yeah, I'm sure they could. And there's also there might be an NDA involved as well.
Yeah, that's yeah, but I think this was like in the mid 80s. I think they'd not filmed there for 10, 15 years, and it had just been left over.
Wow.
And when they were refurbishing, they'd obviously just come across a room with all this stuff in it, and just stuck it in a skip. But
you find somebody who doesn't know the value of it, and they just throw it.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that the Norfolk and Suffolk Air Museum, I was there a few years back, and a guy, it's well worth a visit if you're in the area, but one of the volunteers there was saying that there was an office building in Norwich that was being demolished, and there was a filing cabinet, and luckily the guy going through it recognized what it was, and it was a lot of the prototype, like quarter scale models for the Schneider Trophy, the Supermarine Schneider Trophy aeroplane.
Oh, right.
And blueprints and stuff like that. And again, you just think, I wonder how much of that stuff over the years has just been thrown away. Luckily, this guy knew what it was and gave it to the museum.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of stuff like that. Happens all the time. I bet. The original studio for Thunderbirds is now a car garage on an industrial estate in Slough.
That's it, yeah. But I think it's only been demolished just recently. I think it was there for a while, but I think in the 80s it was refurbished, and they found a load of this stuff and were just about to throw it out.
Yeah. The wiring on the Thunderbirds puppets behind the head was live bare wires. Ugh. Yeah, imagine. Put that in my head now. Did you watch any of the newer ones? The ones with the CGI?
Yeah, I watched some of them. They're pretty good.
Faces, weren't they? Something. They CGI'd them to make them look like puppets.
Well, they use actual sets, don't they, in CGI, which I mean,
Yeah,
they've actually
they're still
remade.
Still model sets.
Yeah, but they've made some. Apparently, there's a couple of scripts that were left over, and they're gonna remake some of those apparently with how they were done originally.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I loved it when I was a kid. I think that's one of the things that got me into model making. I just really just like the whole aesthetic, as it were.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Stingray.
Yeah.
Supercar.
Because of the mermaid in it.
A marina.
No.
Marina.
No.
What is that fishy smell that's around whenever you're near?
Oh, blimey.
And I suppose none of you remember Fireball.
Fireball XL.
Fireball XL5. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, there are people remember it.
Yeah.
Fireball XL. What about Supercar then, Keith?
No, I don't remember that one.
That was the first one, Supercar.
Hmm.
No, don't remember that either. Fireball XL5 used to be on repeat on a Sunday afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
On one of the Sky channels. That's how I ended up watching it. I only watched it because my old man was just, cooing, going, wow, this is on telly again. You got to watch this.
When they went into space, they took oxygen pills, didn't they?
Oxygen pills. I can't remember.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was very early 60s. That was.
Yeah.
Robert the Robot.
Was that back when space was all black and white?
That's right, yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Well, everything was black and white then.
Yeah.
And you only had 4 channels?
Or 3 channels. Some days.
4 channels. It used to be 2.
2, I was going to say.
BBC and ITV.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
No. I remember the 4 channels, all right.
Yeah, I remember 3. I remember the 3 channels. I remember.
And the BBC used to stop for an interlude every so often.
Ah.
And they'd play some music or something. They'd stop the program and you'd have an interlude.
Oh, any reason why?
Fag break.
Yeah.
Yes, because they thought it wasn't good to keep watching for too long, so they used to give you a rest.
Oh, I see.
You'd go make a cup of tea or something.
Theatre based, isn't it? I suppose. Oh, the new series Thunderbirds was filmed at Weta. Oh, I did not know that. Weta was, well, that makes sense then, doesn't it? All those models and things. the moving parts and the water, and good for them.
Did any of you like Transformers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Did. Certainly did. When I was 10, I think it must have been, I had new neighbors. And the neighbors it was a captain from the American Air Force. And his kid was about the same age as me. And he had a load of Transformers from America. So ones I'd never even seen before. He had a Soundwave. And oh my God, this thing! It was just like the holy grail of Transformers. Do you remember the Soundwave, the one with the cassette in it?
I used to throw out maybe like a bird or a dog or something.
He threw out 2. I think he could hold 2 cassettes. Yeah, that's right. And I don't think you could get the model in the UK. So yeah, I was pretty happy that I had the Dinobots, had the full set. So I was kid about town, you know. I was the cool kid.
What went wrong?
What do you mean?
He grew up.
Why not? Still the cool one. The smelly one in the back.
That's me, the drummer.
Oh, that was me.
Now the Dinobots, I love them. He also had an Optimus Prime, I think, as well. The full one.
What? Sorry,
an Optimus Prime, the full one with the trailer and all. Yeah. What did you have?
Sorry, I was looking the other day on. I found a load of my old Action Man stuff about 2 years ago, and I thought I'll keep some bits and I'll stick. So I went on this Action Man Facebook page. Some of the stuff on there. So I sold it's a Royal Marines dress cap.
Yeah.
For £25, just the cap. Because it's the only one. It was made specifically for that uniform.
Right. Yeah.
But things like, what else did I sell? Set of webbing, because that's really rare. I got 15 quid for that. If it had been one bit of it was broken, if it hadn't have been, it would have been about 30 quid.
Huh. Wow.
Some of the Action Man stuff at the moment is making big money.
Yeah, I remember for my 5th birthday getting a lifeguard's dress uniform. And if you got, this is obviously boxed and in mint condition, but they go for £600-700. Mine ended up in a sandpit in the back garden.
Yeah. Well, where else would you play with a lifeguard?
Yeah, exactly.
Not on the beach.
Swimming pool.
Yeah. Talking about Thunderbirds again.
That's what makes a lot of these.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say that's what makes a lot of these toys valuable is the fact that they were played with, and not many of them survived because they were played with.
Yeah. And there was a program on TV called Toy Hunter, an American program, and the guy was going to a big toy fair, and he's like, "Oh, I want to take something as a centerpiece," and it's a James Bond briefcase, and I remember some friends of mine having it when I was a kid, and it had loads of little bits to it, had a little knife that pulled out the side and a gun and all kinds of stuff. And he said because there was so much to it, finding a complete one is nigh on impossible, and this one had everything, and it was boxed.
Right.
And it went for, he bought it for $16,000. This, but the same program, him and his mate went to this guy who was a toy collector, and he passed away, and his son was sorting through the stuff. And one of the guys, he turns to the other one because the guy kind of stops in his tracks. He goes, "What have you seen?" under his breath, because he said the second most rare Star Wars figure. And he's like, "Really?" He goes, "We talking Boba Fett money?" He says, "No, not $20,000, but we're looking about 17, 18." And it was there was an animated series done in the late 80s called Droids. It was pretty rubbish. It just didn't really last very long. And there was one of the baddies in this series. They made an action figure of him, but he was only in a couple of episodes and didn't sell very well. And they only sold the figure in North America.
Right.
So this went for auction for about $18,000. This thing.
Wow. Wow.
Do you remember Dragon done them big action figures?
Sorry, Gary?
Do you remember Dragon done those action figures like soldiers and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you can't buy them now. You know, Dragon has stopped doing the soldiers and the things.
Oh, okay.
You want to see the price of some of them on eBay at the moment.
Sure, yeah. I never realised they'd stopped. I would have bought some otherwise.
Yeah, the reason why they've stopped was because the film and TV series are making more money than, say, a World War I figure.
Right, okay.
I've 7 of them.
Okay, mate. And they're really detailed, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not toys by any stretch of the imagination.
I have them all in different display cases around the house.
Right.
Is that your pension?
Okay.
Is that your pension?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas was saying that the talking about the interlude, Keith. The cine operators, telecine operators, had to reload the video reel, so the interlude was created as the Beeb only had 2 video telecine reel machines. That's why they had an interlude. So they changed the reels.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Fact.
I mean, at one time, a lot of it was live, wasn't it? You know, Blue Peter and all of that.
Oh, Blue Peter.
Stuff like that was all done live.
Yeah, it was. Come on, Shep.
Go with notes. There is a program.
We don't talk about Blue Peter, remember?
Oh, Valerie Singleton in her miniskirt.
Moving on.
Steady, Keith. Steady.
Keith.
Down, Shep. Down, Shep.
Thomas says that they use the dragon figures for effects at work, and as they look really good on camera.
See those guys that do? I think they're they're in the film industry. They do these huge dioramas with those dragon figures, like they did a Russian front one with a Ju-87 with all the crew getting on board. It's incredible. It just looks real. It's incredible.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you see that new war game that Airfix is starting, Malcolm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
What do you think of that?
I think that they are recognizing a market, and I think that they are trying to capitalize on what they have and trying to make some money. That's what I think. They are also currently selling the Warlord game figures in the Airfix shop, or were, which is maybe a test, perhaps, of the market. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's good, I guess. I don't know what the cost of the thing is. Pricey, I imagine. But yeah, I mean, if you can...
Do you think they've looked at what Dungeons and Dragons have done?
Well, maybe.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I think these the models in there, you build them and then you play with them and you have fun. I think, you know.
Did any of you?
Go on.
Sorry, Malcolm. Did any of you play that games with the soldiers, Malcolm? No.
Yeah, there's a game called Bolt Action that is quite popular. A lot of the chaps play. That is a World War II tabletop gameplay with dice and 1/58 scale tanks and infantry. It's what Rob Tonks builds a lot of. And puts up on the forums. That's a very popular game, Bolt Action. You played that, Dave, haven't you?
Bolt Action. I've got the rules.
Yeah. We tried to get into it, didn't
Andy
we?
Halfpenny plays that. So
Yeah.
we were planning on having a game at Shabbat before all this kicked off.
Yeah. It's good fun, you know. Rules are quite simple. And you get to have a little tank battle with the models you made. You know. You'll have to get all into that, Gary, when you start your wargaming group.
I will. That's what I think they're trying to do, is get me into it.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll have your own proper set of dice. You'll have your own dice bag with your name on it.
I don't think so, but
Oh, I never know.
I used to play with play squad leader.
All right. What's that?
And we were doing the Battle of Kursk.
That's an old
we play so
CI
many
game, isn't it, Keith? I think.
Yeah, what?
Is it
Yeah, it was,
SCI,
you
the
played
company
it,
that made that game?
It could well have been, but like I said, we used to play partway through the game, and then we decide, oh, this looked like an interesting one. And instead of throwing the dice for that, we'd set up and we'd fight that bit in 1/72 scale.
Yeah, that's good.
With stacks of vehicles and the soldiers and aircraft.
Did it go right around the lounge?
We'd worked out a set of rules. Well, we were lucky that a friend of ours had his parents had a lovely big house, and we were able to. He had a room that he could just use for himself, and we could set up on that, and you could play for 2 or 3 days.
Wow. Brilliant.
But it did mean that you had to buy I had to buy all the Airfix T-34s I could find and make them up when I was out away on the ship, so that when I came back, I had enough tanks to actually fight the battle with.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't have the vehicle, it didn't go on the table.
Oh, you had a painted rule, did you? It had to be painted.
Oh yes.
Ah. Yeah, it's very popular, Gary. The game's fun, and there's lots of things to get into and to learn, and the stories and everything. Obviously, if you're into your fantasy stuff, which I don't think you are, but there's lots of layers to it. Lots of levels, especially with the 40k stuff as well. But you can say goodbye to your wallet. Yeah, stuff's not cheap. Telecine had 16mm film projector onto a white screen, and a TV camera filmed the screen. So, for example, on a sitcom or current affairs program, they could cut to the film segment. But they had to reload the film quickly so they could sync quickly, and in order to the shooting script on the and in order to the shooting script. Crikey, that's old school. That's like taking a photograph of the screen, isn't it? You know, you can't screenshot it, so I'll take a photograph of it. And oh, right. So Thomas says, "Is the work-related question for you, boys? The Dragon 1/6 scale figures have Dragon gone bust?"
They haven't gone bust, but they've stopped the soldiers and the things. It's more Superman and stuff like that they've broke into.
He says, if so, I might need to go and grab a load of molds to make molds if they've gone bust.
No, I've not heard anything like that yet.
No. But yeah, like Gary says, they might have stopped making stuff. Dave, do you know if Army Painter has started making paint again?
No idea, mate. I don't know.
No. Haven't heard anything.
I know Vallejo aren't doing anything at the moment.
They're still not.
No.
The price of paint.
Or maybe they've just started.
Right.
But I know they were, yeah.
The price of paint is going to rock.
I know S&M stuff had a big delivery of Vallejo the other week.
Oh, right. Okay.
Did they? Okay, maybe they have them. But I know because I was trying to get the paint set for this, and there was no joy. And that was about 2-3 weeks ago.
They may be just concentrating on the basic colours to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the editor was trying to. He emailed them and he didn't get anything back. I think they shut the whole operation down, absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a bit hard to get some stuff in at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I think again it's like China. I mean, obviously all the trumpeter stuff, Dragon, that's China as well, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right. We've been on for over 2 hours. I've well overstayed my welcome. Thank you very much to Thomas, who's still watching, and the other silent partner. I'm not sure who that would be. Maybe Robert. Who knows? Not sure. Cheers, guys. We're going to call it a night now, and we'll see you. Or we'll be doing our M4H live show on Sunday morning, this coming Sunday. So it'll be on YouTube. If you want the link, give me a buzz. And it'll also be on the Modeller's Mess as always. And so you can come and find me. And whoever decides to rock up at 9 a.m. in the morning. If it was a model show, I know you would all be up and about, ready to rumble. But we'll see. I know Steph said he's going to pop in while he's doing his other work. So, church parade on Sunday. Church parade. Do you mean James's thing, or are you going to be there on Sunday, Thomas? Sunday morning. It's James's thing, which is straight after us, is called Sunday Parade. So we've done a thing now. So on Sunday, you can pretty much watch somebody on YouTube all the way through. You've got Models for Heroes at 9 a.m. Then at 11 o'clock, you got James Skiffins and his model office, model officer operations room thingy he does.
Yes.
And then you've got Festa 67 and his friend Dave doing their little show for a couple of hours, which is great. And then it goes on to the eModels crew. So they've got Chris from eModels and also Fox as well. I don't know if you watch those guys, but they are doing their shows too on Sundays. Most of it's more Warhammer in the afternoon, but it's still fun to watch, and they are entertaining. So Right, cool. See you Sunday morning anyway, 9 a.m. bright and early.
Yeah.